Okay, so sorry that we were like way late. Apparently, I thought that I knew how to do this, and I didn't because um I know horrible imaging. Um I didn't know how to do this because I'm so used to using my phone, and there's just a live YouTube button that I hit, and it like sends out the link to all of the linked social media pages that I have, and then I just record, and then it saves to um, my channel. But the problem with using that is the fact that if you're either not on Wi-Fi, which my phone really does not like to work with Wi-Fi, that it drops really quick. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, I am in the process of editing like a ton of video. Just video clips, photos, stuff. It's going to be a long vlog. We're talking like 38 minutes. Now, I'm trying to get them shorter, but here's the thing that sometimes when I remember to record, there is a lot more that happens than I really realize. And then I have an issue with rambling. But in my rambles, a lot of times I'm actually talking about things that are important to me, important to my family, and honestly, some stuff that people don't know. So I just leave it there because sometimes it answers some questions that people, have been looking for answers for, and they don't even know where to look for them at because they can be some strange things. Like today, I think at the beginning of our blog, I started rambling about how much I hated using an incubator and incubating eggs and why. That is not something that everybody knows. It's something in life. I started keeping fowl for my own source of income when I was 13 or 14 years old. And then I have on and off throughout my life whenever I've had an opportunity to. And of course, we have that chance now. And we keep them. So I was complaining because our rooster, I swear today, he has acted like he just found his crow. And I know that he's been able to crow since. He just hasn't crow a lot. But I have to think too, he's not even a year old yet. Like they don't hit a year. He won't hit a year old till like July, like later July, I think. I have to look at the paperwork. Anyway, so today was crazy, and I wanted to do this live broadcast. I assumed that there would be more because I thought that it set everything up with the I thought it set up a little bit different and it didn't. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going to send out an invite to people who don't know and are looking for me on YouTube, waiting on us to pop up. So I'm going to let them know real quick while I'm sitting here because we've got some things that we're going to cover and see if we can get some more people in here and get a conversation started. I mean, as a lot of you know, we've got a lot of things that we do here. Yeah, maybe I'm doing a little too maybe I need separate blogs for everything, but I kind of feel like that it's our family, so everything should just be on one channel instead of like, oh, well, if you're into this, use this channel and then this channel, and then just having like so many different channels that I've got to build up. As I build this one up, I may branch off and do that. That way I can keep this channel for family only and then do another channel to move the orthodontic vlogs to and that stuff, and then makeup and skincare and all that fun stuff. but we'll be able to conversate when people get here and join. If it doesn't go as well as I'm hoping, you know, it's okay because it will just be added to our channel and go away. Okay. Yeah, it'll just be added to our channel so people can watch it and ask questions. Whatever. It's okay. Yeah, this was originally scheduled to be online at 9 o'clock. And I've been sitting here working on things and I'm like, oh crap, it's 9:30. And then I was fooling around with how to go live just on a whim. And like there's encoding crap that you've got to deal with, which I didn't know. And it's just so I can deal with that. So I didn't know any of this because on my phone, I've got one of those really nifty, like expensive phones. Not that I'm bragging. I would rather not spend that much money on a phone because honestly, I hate using them for what they're meant for. I do. I don't like talking on the phone. But I also don't like spending that kind of money anyway. I'd rather spend money on other things. But it's a waterproof phone, so pretty much indestructible. What I needed, because the whole reason I needed a phone was because I got a phone that was water resistant and relied on seals being solid, and a little clip had broke off the back of this supposedly indestructible phone and it got dropped in the toilet. Since it could not latch properly, it destroyed the phone. So yeah, my husband called me and he was like, well, I'm looking at the Samsung or the Samsung 7 and the Samsung 7 Edge, and there's really not that much of a price difference. And I'm like, you know, because that's what I wanted was the S7 Edge originally. But you know, the price, I was like, you know, if the S7 is cheaper, just get it. And he was like, well, I would rather have something that is gonna last. Okay, so right now I can't put the girl child on because she's in the shower getting cleaned up. I don't know if she's going to start her teeth routine at the moment. If she does, she may never be with us this evening because that takes forever. But I have the boy child here, if he's still awake. Aiden, okay. You can sit right here with me because we're little. Oh, you cannot feel fat. Come on, because I want to get ready to go to bed soon. You can sit here with me. Watch out. Watch out.
Watch out for what?
I don't want you sitting on things. Okay. So he actually got his expander in. Bad news is the one that we were told that he was going to get is supposed to be more of a newer style. And they're made kind of out of the same material that retainer's in.
Wait, are you on YouTube?
Just don't worry about it. And the thing is because of how bad the roof of his mouth is, they couldn't go with that. So they had to go with the old school. So he's having problems talking and eating. With as bad as the stuff is on this camera, I don't know if you can see it. See if you can get up close and open your mouth and show them. Yeah, so you see he's got the old school style. It's already been tightened today, so I have to tighten it today. It has to be tightened at bedtime. He'll go back in 4 weeks to be checked. Typically they stop turning them at 4 weeks and then leave them in for 6, kind of like a retainer to protect everything so the widening doesn't go back. They said it would be normal for us to see quit. No, there's not. That it's common for them to have a gap between their teeth when it's all over with, which is fine. We'll take that because do you have your little blue bring in with your teeth? It was somebody around that coming in. Anyway, he's got a mold of his teeth, and I was looking at it, and very surprisingly, like I knew that his jaw was really narrow from photos and that sort of thing, and I can take like just in the roof of his mouth is my pointer finger. That is how narrow it is. So these new ones that are like wider and plastic, and the cool thing about those are they do fit more snug to the roof of the mouth, so it doesn't create as many speech problems and issues swallowing until you get used to it. But we didn't get to go that route. Kind of sad because had a cool color I picked out, but it is what it is. I'm just glad to get it started. He should go in his partial braces, which we go across the front, top, and bottom. And what that's going to do is help to align the permanent teeth that he has already with the spacers, and then that will take care of any gaps in the teeth. And then they mentioned something about springs in the back, but I think what they're talking about is another appliance that I know of, or I misunderstood him, but it helps to align the bite because he is going to have a lot of issues with everything is straight and widened like it should be, because like this is a V and this is a perfect U, like seriously, like his front teeth straight line and then goes back in a straight line. So it's going to take a lot of work to get his bite aligned, and I'm hoping that between the early intervention and the braces or the partial braces, and then with growth, that when he has all of his adult teeth, that everything is fine and we don't actually have if we have to, that's fine too. It will cut down on the amount of time that he would actually spend in them. Where if we let this go, worst case scenario would be jaw surgery, extraction of some permanent teeth that he should keep, and then impacted teeth, that goes down, and then longer treatment times and stuff. Now with this, should avoid him having to have surgery, should avoid him having to have any kind of, should avoid tooth impaction. And with this and the treatment and the jaw growing, it could mean that once all of his adult teeth are in, all we got to do is have the wisdom teeth cut out and he shouldn't have any more problems. That is the best case scenario, and that's what we're hoping for. Because if we have to do 2 treatments, this is not as expensive as a full treatment of braces, even though there's more but that means that altogether this is a little over $2,000 for him. That means that we would be spending that, and at an 18-month treatment, that's over $4,000 for a full set of braces. That doesn't include like headgear or anything. And I told him he got off really easy because he doesn't have any headgear yet. I'm hoping it stays that way. My daughter had one change today. She got her colors changed because he doesn't have a color. It's driving her crazy. And there is and I was talking, he said next time they would give her bigger wires, maybe change out some of the brackets to help direct the teeth in the order they need to go, and then redo the colors and stuff. And I asked him, I said, is she going to end up in rubber bands by the time this is over with? And he said likely. What they do is they align the teeth, and then after the teeth are aligned, sometimes even if the bite was aligned, it can kind of offset the bite a little bit, but show a little bit of a overbite anyway. But lining the teeth up could fix it. So just kind of a waiting game and see. I don't think she's going to be in a full 18 months because of how quickly things have changed. It's crazy. So yeah, that's kind of been today. And a lot of it'll be in the video that I'm uploading, like some of the stuff from the pinning and some of the stuff that we did today. We went to Ulta, and I think I go through everything that we picked up while we were there. But I did get more people in here and be able to have a chat. But since I obviously don't know what the hell I'm doing, we can't do it. So I'll just here and work on finishing editing the stuff from today and get that up. Bye, guys.